Okay, thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. We are excited to have the last of our fall virtual mini fairs. I think we've got a great group today, and I look forward to learning about their program. So, welcome to everybody joining us. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. If you want to change the layout and follow these suggestions, we've received feedback that this kind of view display option is helpful for attendees. So I'll leave this up here for a few seconds, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we have a full slate today of our presenting schools and programs. And so before we get started with their presentations, I just wanted to remind you all that we have these two upcoming events. And so you can always find out more from our This is Public Health events website about the different recruitment events that we offer. So with that being said, I'm going to turn things over to Dartmouth as they get started with the presentation.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today, myself and my fellow presenters. We're so happy that you are here. So my name is Mia Pennycamp, and I am going to talk to you a little bit about the Geisel School of Medicine at Dartmouth, specifically our MPH and MS programs. So a little bit about our Ivy League degree programs. We offer a Master of Public Health in 2 delivery formats and a Master of Science in Epidemiology, Health Data Science, Healthcare Research, and Medical Informatics. Let's break down a little bit about the differences between our 2 MPH delivery formats. So we offer an accelerated on-campus MPH, so that is 11 months here on Dartmouth's college campus. Students take 5 courses at a time, and an average cohort is about 55 students. We estimate it to be about 55 hours of work per week. So it is a full-time accelerated program. Then we offer an online hybrid MPH. So that's about 22 months. Students take 1 course at a time. We average 40 students in a given cohort, and students have about 15 hours of work per week. So this program was designed for full-time working professionals, and it's very much designed to fit into your busy schedules. You complete the majority of your coursework online, and then you spend 3 weeks per year on Dartmouth College campus, interacting face-to-face with your faculty and your fellow cohort. Why might Dartmouth be a great fit for you? Here are 4 elements that contribute to what we like to call the Dartmouth difference. So we have small class sizes, we have small cohorts, and we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you really get a lot of individualized support and attention. We believe in application-based education. So through our practicum experience opportunities, students really have the opportunity to delve into their areas of interest and get hands-on experience. And then our alumni outcomes and our lifetime career advising kind of go hand in hand. So essentially, we're very proud of our alum outcomes and what our alumni are doing in their given fields. And we offer career advising and career support while you're a student, of course, but also long after you graduate, which I will get into a little bit more in a few minutes. Here's a brief snapshot of our class profile. So you can see that we really have a range of work experience, educational background, life experience. When putting together our cohorts, we really like to think of a diverse learning community so that you can learn not only from our world-renowned faculty, but also your fellow cohort. Our career advising. So 95% of Dartmouth MPH and MS graduates are employed within 3 months of completing their degree program. Which is a statistic that we're very proud of. So while you're a student, we offer one-on-one career coaching, professional development opportunities, and access to our great alumni, direct access to our alumni. And also, once you graduate, you have these benefits as well with the one-on-one career coaching and support whenever you might need it. Here's a snapshot of post-graduation career profiles that our alumni are engaged in. So you can see the different sectors that they're working in. And you can see that 22% of our alum choose to continue their education. So they go directly to MD, DO, or PhD programs. Here are our application requirements. So we do use SOFAS for our application. We require a personal statement, 2 to 3 letters of recommendation, your resume or CV, and your official academic transcripts. Our priority scholarship consideration deadline is December 1st, so right around the corner. And what that means is that if you get your application in by December 1st, you're given priority scholarship consideration. So all applicants who apply to Dartmouth are automatically considered for a merit-based scholarship by our admissions committee. There's no separate scholarship application required. February 1st is the final guaranteed scholarship deadline. So if you apply before February 1st, you're guaranteed to be considered for a merit-based scholarship. But of course, if you apply after our February 1st deadline, we still will review you for a merit-based scholarship as funding allows. Just one more thing to note is that the submission of GRE scores is no longer required or reviewed by our admissions committee. So finally, I'll just encourage you to really stay connected with us. We are here to be a resource for you as you navigate this application process. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us at any time using the email on the screen. We also offer one-on-one office hours calls. So please reach out. We would love to help you navigate this process and answer any questions that you might have. With that, I will kick it off to my colleague, Jared, at East Tennessee State.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I want to talk a little bit about our graduate programs. My name again is Jared Hedrick. I'm the recruiter for the College of Public Health at East Tennessee State University. I'm going to go a little bit over our programs and where we reside in Tennessee. So we're in Johnson City, Tennessee. So it's kind of the upper northeast point of Tennessee. As you can see in the picture there, we are in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains. So we do focus a lot on rural Appalachian health at our school. And we are a smaller regional university with a big feel. So we like to pride ourselves on Appalachian health, as well as having one-on-one time with professors, one-on-one time with labs, things along those lines that students get when they come to Johnson City, and in particular, the College of Public Health at ETSU. So I want to jump straight into our Master's in Public Health that we offer. We do offer a Master's in Public Health, a Master's in Health Administration, and a Doctorate in Public Health, as well as graduate certificates. For our Doctorate in Public Health, you will need to go through SOFAS to put your application in. We'll need your official transcripts, 3 recommendation letters from SOFAS to SOFAS, personal statement, and then our GPA requirements are located there. All this information is also on SOFAS, and we do not require a GRE for our Master's in Public Health. You can see all the concentrations there with the asterisks. Those you can get online or on ground, or a mix hybrid model. We do offer fall admissions and spring admissions, and those deadlines are located there. I will say we do have a priority deadline of February 1st for international students. And I always mention the priority deadline for domestic students as well, just so you can get all your ducks in a row before you become a student. So for our Master's in Health Administration, you can get that online or on ground as well. We do have an executive track and a traditional track. An executive track requires some professional experience in health administration to apply, but that allows you to cut your field experience, which is our internship requirement for the Master's in Health Administration. I do want to also mention with the Master's in Public Health, you do have to do a field experience with that. Both of our master's degrees, including the Doctorate in Public Health, you will do a 300 contact hours of a field experience or an internship. And we do have over 250 plus organization partnerships. So you can start a partnership between ETSU College of Public Health and the organization you want to do your internship with. But we also have over 250 organizations, 250 plus organizations that we're already partnered with. that you can choose from. And day one, we go ahead and get you started looking at where you're going to do your internship. These are the deadlines as well for the Master's in Health Administration. This is also located on SOFIS with similar admissions requirements, which is 3 recommendation letters, a personal statement, official transcripts, and a GPA requirement. There is no GRE for the MHA as well. And I will say for international students, we do recommend going through WES evaluation for your application. For your transcripts. So for our graduate certificates, you can get a graduate certificate while you're doing the MPH program, but we do have standalone graduate certificates as well. And I can talk more about those, but our graduate certificates you can do online or on ground. But a lot of students will do their Master's in Public Health and pick up a certificate as well. So you're graduating with your graduate degree, your Master's in Public Health, as well as a graduate certificate to emphasize what you're looking to go into in the professional world. And then lastly, our doctorate in public health. This is a cohort style program, so we only admit students every year. And the deadline for that is April 1st. We do not require a GRE, and this is an on-ground only doctoral degree. There is a dissertation as well that's required for this degree. You do need official transcripts, personal statement, and 3 recommendation letters all through SOFIS, and there's a GPA requirement for that. We do have 3 concentrations in the DRPH, which is community health, epidemiology, and health management and policy. So lastly here, I want to throw up contact information. Like I said in the beginning, we pride ourselves on having a little bit more one-on-one time with your professor. So I can answer questions for you about our programs, but I can also get you in contact with program directors, professors that you're going to be learning with, and lab directors and lab professors as well. So with that, I will go ahead and close up here and pass it over to Harvard University.
Thank you, Jared. Hi, everyone. My name is Ngan. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. It's really great to be here today. Thank you all for joining us. So just a quick overview about our school. We are located in Boston. If you think about Harvard, you might think of Cambridge, but we actually not located in Cambridge. We are in Boston. We are in the Longwood Medical area, right next to the medical school, the Harvard Medical School and the Harvard Dental School. Longwood is a really great area to study public health, but also healthcare in general. There are a lot of renowned, wonderful hospitals and research centers in the area where our teaching faculty, work. And also, so again, we are located in Boston, but as a student of the T.H. Chan School, you'll have the opportunity to cross-register and take classes at all Harvard schools, including the business school, the law school, etc., as well as MIT and Tufts. Currently, we have just over 1,000 students enrolled in our programs. We do offer the MPH program with a variety of options on campus, online, also hybrid. We also offer the SM, which is Master of Science, and MHCM, which is the Master of Healthcare Management, DRPH, Doctor of Public Health, and also PhD programs. Our deadline every year is December 1st. We only admit students once a year. So if you're looking to start in the fall of 2024, you'll have about a month to apply. Next, I'll go over our admissions requirements. So like I mentioned, our deadline is December 1st for most programs, except for the 2 programs that are listed on the slide. We also participate in the SOFIS applications. Admissions requirements are pretty standard, so we require your transcript. If you're an international student or if you've taken classes outside of the United States or English-speaking Canada, then we do require a WES evaluation. We do need the the course-by-course evaluation from Wes. We need your statement of purpose, which is, your space to shine to let us know why you're interested in our programs, what you could bring to the table, to the cohort, to the discussions in the classroom. We need a resume or CV, so there's no preference, whichever one you prefer. It's important that you have some, relevant experience if you apply to the MPH program or the DRPH program or the MHCM, since those are more of a professional practice degree. We also require 3 letters of recommendation. So ideally, we like to see a mix of both academic and professional references. Test scores, so the GRE, it's been optional or not required at our school. I think this is the 3rd cycle now. And then you can see, more details about the GRE requirement in the chart below on the slide. If you are an international student, or if English is not your first language, or you have not earned a degree instructed in English, then we do require a TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. So TOEFL minimum is 100, but we prefer 104 with minimum 25 on the subsectional score. 7.5 or IELTS, 4 IELTS, and then 140 and plus for Duolingo. And last but not least, the SOFAS application fee. So the school doesn't require a fee. We don't collect a fee, but there's a fee associated with the SOFAS application. But I believe there are options for, SOFAS coupon codes and other resources available on their website. And this is our contact information. Please feel free to email us anytime with any questions you might have. We also offer a lot of opportunities on our website. So we do offer virtual office hours where you can meet with an admissions team member one-on-one. We have events on campus and in person as well. We also have a group of really wonderful current students ambassadors that are available to chat with you should you have questions about current student experience. And again, thank you for having us here today. And with that, I'll pass it over to my colleague from Michigan State.
All right. Oh, just got to move the control here. There we go. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kiosha Corder, and I'm the Recruitment and Practicum Coordinator for the Master of Public Health program here at Michigan State University. We are an entirely online Master of Public Health program with no in-person instruction. So all your classes and advising is done completely online. One thing I want to do is tell you where to find us with the MPH program. A couple of our active sites are Instagram and our Twitter, or as known as X, but the Instagram is really active, and you can understand some of the work that's being done by our students, faculty, and staff with the MPH program, as well as our Charles Stewart Mott Department of Public Health. All right. So just a little bit about our program. Like I mentioned, we are an entirely online program, no in-person instruction. Graduates of our program are joining over 720 Spartans in public health, working and making real positive change in the field. There are 2 programs within our Master of Public Health program. There's the 43-credit Master of Public Health degree, as well as the 18-credit core disciplines certificate. So you have 2 options for eligible to enroll in our program, and you can complete our program in just 5 semesters if you decide to go full-time. But the great thing about our program is that you can go part-time as well, because we are designed for that busy person who may have, work and school and family and such. So you have that option to go full or part-time within our program, and you can change in between the 2. So our application process, I like to mention that a little bit because of the nature of how we review applications. We do a holistic review of our admissions. So all of your application materials that are submitted are considered in the application process. And we do that on a rolling basis. Our admissions committee meets monthly to review those applications. And we have 3 admitting semesters for fall, spring, and summer. So those application requirements. So we do take our applications via Sophus. This is our first year doing so, and it's been very great for us. But it's standard as well as what you submit for the application, including that having that bachelor's degree, your official transcripts, letters of recommendation, personal statement, academic statement that's optional, your resume or CV, and just know that the GRE is not required. This is our current model. So any student who is enrolled in a program looking for their MPH will take our foundational and core courses, as well as 9 electives, and you have to do an applied practicum experience, just to make sure that you taking what you're learning in a classroom and applying it in that real world space. And if you're just interested in their certificate, it's 18 credits, so it'll be those core courses and that 1 foundational course, the Intro to Public Health. And so our program is amazing. I could go on and on about all the great things that we offer, but I only had 7 minutes, so I have to make it pretty quick here. I want to talk to you a little bit about the academic and career advising. So one of the great things that our director likes to talk about is our high-touch wraparound services and all the support that we offer you as a student within the program. Because we get you into the program, but ultimately it's important to get you into the program, learning more about public health, graduating, and getting you into the field. So with that, we offer one-on-one personal guidance and communication and faculty mentorship. And so faculty mentorship is important for us as a program because it gives you that support and connects you to our faculty who are actually working in the field of public health, and they can sort of help guide you through the steps as you're getting your education, but also thinking about your practicum experience and graduation and what that looks like for you. And another great thing that we have is the Student Advisory Board. They are really integral in making sure that we understand the student voice and the student perspective, and they have made great changes in the way that we do some of our programming because they are the voice of the student and they have real impact. So because we're online, sometimes it feels like you're in a silo. So that Student Advisory Board, acts as that filter sometimes. In-state tuition for all. I think one of the great things about our program is that it doesn't matter where you are. It's in-state tuition for all. We don't charge you because you're out of state, a different fee. So we're looking at about $31,000 for your MPH and $13,000 for your certificate, with veterans benefits and other scholarships available, as well as the application fee waiver for your MSU application. And so there's many more things to discuss, many items that I would like to go over and talk with you when we are in our breakout session. So join me. But if you have some questions or you're looking for more information, you can use that QR code and go to our website or give me a call at 810-600-5601 or use that email address there and reach out, and we'll be there to answer any questions that you have. Thank you. And next, we're going to go to the University of Louisville.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Deepti Jain, the admissions coordinator at the University of Louisville School of Public Health and Information Sciences. We are delighted to have you all here virtually today. I have a brief presentation to introduce you to our institution and our wonderful city. So here we start. Louisville is the largest metropolitan city in the state of Kentucky and is the perfect mix of Southern charm and big city culture. As the home of Muhammad Ali, Louisville Slugger, and the Kentucky Derby, the city offers countless attractions, restaurants, parks, and more. Situated on the banks of Ohio River, the city was voted the 4th most beautiful and affordable place to live in the United States by Travel and Leisure magazine in year 2023. The cost of living here is substantially lower than the national average, with a broad range of affordable housing options from high-rise apartments and historic Victorian homes to suburban communities. U of L is among just 80 U.S. universities recognized by the Carnegie Foundation as both a research one and community engaged institution. You can see in the slide that the university has also been awarded gold status for being a military-friendly school and was also named Best of the Best for LGBTQ inclusivity for the 6th time by Campus Pride Index. U of L also received its 9th consecutive HEED award from Insight into Diversity magazine for its ongoing commitment to diversity and inclusion. Little bit history about the school. We go long back. The school opened in 1919 with only 38 students, offering a Doctor of Public Health degree and certificate programs. By 1923, enrollment was waning. Shortly after this, the coursework was absorbed by the School of Medicine, and the Louisville School of Public Health came to an end. But 80 years later, the School of Public Health and Information Sciences was reestablished in 2002. So that's a little history fact there. Here you can see our vibrant campuses. U of L has 2 main campuses, the Belknap and the Health Sciences campus. The School of Public Health is located at the Health Science campus. Among the various historical structure, you will find the renowned thinker statue, which you can see here in the middle of the slide. I would encourage you to explore our campus if you are here in Kentucky in person or through our interactive virtual campus map. The link is provided in the slide. Now about our programs. So the University of Louisville School of Public Health offers 7 master's degree programs and 4 doctoral degrees in various areas of public health studies. We also offer a range of flexible and well-paced online learning programs tailored to accommodate the schedules of working professionals. All your academic programs are accredited by the Council on Education for Public Health, CEPH, and all the health management and policy programs are accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Management Education, CAMA. Most of our graduate programs, especially the NPH and the MSHA, that is the Master's in Health Administration program, require students to complete a practice and/or an integrated learning experience. This experience could be anywhere in the mentioned sites here or with any of the organizations that we have network over here. Let's talk a little bit about the admissions requirement. So the admissions requirement for most of our master's program are quite standard. We need a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution or its equivalent with a recommended GPA of 3 on a scale of 4. If you have graduated from a foreign institution, your credentials needs to be evaluated. So we will need a course-by-course evaluation that can be done either through WES, ECE, or any agency recognized by NACES. We need 2 to 3 letters of recommendation depending on the program you're applying for. We would like to see your personal statement, a resume, or a CV. And any student coming from a non-native English-speaking country would have to submit an English language proficiency test score that could be either IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. Please remember, if you are applying to any graduate degree program at the Health Management and System Sciences department, that could be Master's in Health Administration or PhD in Health Management and Policy, you will go through an interview process, which is conducted by the Health Leadership Committee. There are a few additional requirements for PhD programs. So if you are applying for PhD, we will like to see your master's degree as well with an equivalent recommended GPA of 3.2 on a scale of 4. Some of our PhD programs also require writing samples, and GRE is required for the PhD program with a specialization in health management and policy. Please note the priority application deadline for most of our PhD programs is 1st of December. So if you are someone seeking funding, please submit your application before 1st of December for the fall 2024 intake. I have also mentioned the website here for admissions requirement and application deadlines. We can talk in detail about all the application materials, application process in our breakout session later after the end of this session. Here are a few graduate student funding opportunities at the university. Many students ask about scholarships and funding. So at the university, our biggest funding goes to our doctoral students, which is called as a university fellowship. If you are selected for the fellowship, you will receive funding for approximately 4 years, which will consist of your full tuition, stipend, and student health insurance. There are various graduate assistantship positions also available depending on the department you're applying to. That could be for full tuition stipend and again, health insurance. Graduate student research grants and travel grants are also available for our current students. So if you are our student, you would be able to apply to those kind of grants to participate in conferences or research activities. If you reside in any of the 7 neighboring states of Kentucky, good news for you, you will be paying in-state tuition. So any student coming to our MPH and MSHA program from Missouri, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia will be paying in-state tuition. For more details, please visit the website mentioned there. Here are a few of our notable alumni. There are many who have fabulous outcomes after they graduated and doing excellent in their current positions. I would invite you to visit our website and look out for their profiles and see where they are working. We highly encourage our current students to network with our alumni as well. At the end, this is our contact detail. We look forward to meeting you in the breakout session. My name is again Deepthi. I will have my colleague Maria Martin with me at the breakout room. So we look forward to welcome you there. Thank you again. And with that, I turn it over to my colleague at the University of Michigan-Flint. Thank you.
Brenda, I think you may be on mute.
Thank you, Johnston.
No problem.
Let me go back. All right, so here's a start with our beautiful campus in Flint, Michigan.
I am not sure if the screen is sharing correctly.
Okay, rough start.
Ah,
Got
there we
it?
go. Yep, we are good to
Thank
go.
you so much. Thank you, everyone. So this is a photo starting out of our beautiful campus in Flint, Michigan. We offer an MPH program, and all of our contacts and research focus in the heart of the city of Flint. Great aspects of our MPH program are that we offer small class sizes. The largest class size that you will experience will be 30 students, but many of them are as small as 12 or 15. This offers the opportunity for students to work one-on-one with faculty, which has been a reported favorite aspect for many of our students that get to know their faculty well. We work within the community and have many experiences for our students to do so during the program. And as I said, our program is, grounded in the partnerships that we have in the city of Flint, which we've had for 40 plus years. There are great real life experiences in the program. At the very minimum, your applied practice experience, which is like an internship, and your capstone, which is the final project, where you'll work right in the community with community partners on projects that they can use at their organizations. The program can be completed on a part-time or full-time basis, and it's available online using Canvas and HyperFlex technology. And what that does is it allows us to offer the program to students in the area and also to students nationally and globally, provided that the courses which have synchronous offerings, work with the time schedule that you have. The length of the program is 2 to 6 years, depending on whether you attend part-time or full-time. Some of the activities and opportunities for our students include the Public Health Student Organization led by our faculty, Dr. Michelle Solly. She has this organization led by the students who serve as officers and the students that are members in the program. So if they want to focus on service, that's what the organization focuses on at that time. If they want to focus on training, that's, the students' prerogatives, depending on what they feel is the need for the students at the time. Another option is our health education honorary, Eta Sigma Gamma. We offer graduate student research assistant positions, which are part-time, approximately 6 to 9 hours per week, that come with a stipend. Some of our students work with public health faculty and some work with other faculty across campus. It's not limited to any particular unit. We encourage and have many students who are involved in program governance. So there's several different committees for students to serve on. There are seminars and brown bags across campus that students are invited to participate in. We have a pro bono student clinic called CHS Heart. That's our College of Health Sciences Heart Clinic, where students work with underserved populations in the community who may not have full healthcare access. One of the student groups are physical therapy students, provide physical therapy, guided by a faculty to community members. We have health education opportunities, and we're working on incorporating health administration opportunities as well. On campus, we have a health professions education day where students can see research conducted by faculty and other students, and they can also submit their own research to share that day. And we encourage our students to become members of one or both of the American Public Health Association or the Michigan Public Health Association for professional development. These are some of the employers that our alumni have reported back to us. Nope, I got ahead of myself. These are some of the different places that students are employed. So it'd be general medical and surgical hospitals. I mean, you can read the list, but I'll list a few: home healthcare services, skilled nursing facilities, local, state, and federal governments. I would say a lot of what you'll see on the next slide are local, state, and federal governments and nonprofit organizations. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows very large growth in public health, and so we're excited to offer our program for students to jump in and work towards their career. So this is the slide I referenced that has many different places that our alumni have reported they've gained employment. So you'll see program director at the Underground Railroad. That's a nonprofit organization here in Michigan. Quality management position for veterans. We have a very strong veterans program on campus, and we have students who come to the program just for that opportunity to work with veterans. Clinical research coordinators, HIV prevention managers. And I know we have a few of our graduates who work at the Genesee County Health Department right here in the city of Flint. Our curriculum is a minimum of 46 credits, which is 27 credits that all of our students take, and then 12 credits in the concentration of choice. We have a handful of students who have chosen to complete both concentrations to get that broader knowledge base. There is 3 credits in electives, which is typically one course, but there are times when students choose 1 or 2 credit courses that they combine for the 3. And then, as I mentioned, the internship and the capstone. And then I am the MPH program manager. I didn't introduce myself, and I work very closely with all the students to guide them through the program. Upon admission, I help them get acclimated. I create a degree plan from start to finish for the students that we update as needed. And then students work very closely with their faculty advisor for more program-specific guidance. Upon completion, students are eligible to sit for the CPH exam. This has a little information about how you find those resources for studying, what the costs are. And, we always talk to our students to make sure that they study and really prepare if they're going to choose to take that certification. The prerequisites to the program are a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution. We do say with sufficient preparation for algebra, in algebra for biostatistics and epidemiology, but it really is very basic algebra that's needed for those courses that we offer. And you do need a minimum undergraduate grade point average of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. These are the steps for the application. It goes through the SOFA centralized application system. There is a fee for SOFAs, and they do offer limited financial-based waivers for the fees, but it's important to apply for those early on while funding is still available. Official transcripts are necessary from all colleges and universities attended, and 3 letters of recommendation that can speak to your past academic performance and your potential for success in completing the MPH program. We do require that one of them be an academic reference so that you do have a faculty who can speak about your ability to be successful in the courses. And then a statement of purpose that on the website kind of has guiding statements as to the type of information that we require. These are the different bullets of the things that we're looking for in the statement of purpose. Students are welcome to provide additional information, especially if you had, you know, a bad semester that you feel might impact your application or other information you think would be valuable to us when making a decision. But really and truly, unless there's an exception like that, this is the only information that we need. So don't feel that you have to write a bunch of additional information to try to be a stronger applicant, because it really isn't going to make a difference in the decision necessarily. These are the deadlines for application. We have a rolling admissions, so we make decisions as we receive applications. We're not a cohort program, so we don't have a capacity, and so that allows us to have the rolling admissions. The biggest one to note is for international students. You definitely want to make sure you're following those early deadlines. And then also to apply for scholarships, you know, you have to apply by May 1st for the upcoming year. This is our current tuition that is based on the fall 22 through winter 2023 year. And, you know, depending on how many semesters you take because of the fees each semester, the total can vary and whether you're in state or out of state. And that's everything I have to kind of wrap our program up in a nutshell. If you have any questions, these are the different emails you can reach out to us on our website. There are also phone numbers. And if you send me a direct message or go to the breakout, I'm happy to provide phone numbers and other contact information. And I look forward to speaking with you. I want to transfer it over to Curtis from Puget Sound.
Yeah, thank you. Let me get my screen up here. And our next 3 schools are all from the West Coast, which is pretty exciting. You guys get to do a tour out here. Some of us are still waking up. So University of Puget Sound, we are located in Washington State, up in the Pacific Northwest. We are in Tacoma, Washington. It's our 2nd biggest city in the state. For a lot of us, the location is pretty terrific. You know, we're an older school. We have about 300 graduate students, and you can see that we do count our trees. We have quite a few trees on our campus. Our campus is kind of in the middle of a neighborhood. It's super close to pretty much everything. It's close to downtown, it's close to the water, it's close to the zoo. So you're really going to enjoy living in Washington State for a couple of years when you join us for our Masters of Public Health program. Our student to faculty ratio is pretty small. It is 4-to-1. Our average class size is just 8 students, and 100% of our students that we have graduated have become employed. Now, we are a newer program, so we're in our 3rd year. All of you will be joining us for our 4th year of the program. So we have a pretty limited number of graduates so far, but you know, it's a high success rate. A lot of them are working already. The nice thing about being a new public health program is that our students get to help us sort of create what we become, who we are, and they help us with both our mission statement and our vision statement. And so as we move forward, as we grow, we're going to rely on our students in our public health program to just continue to assist us with our identity. Our applied practice experience is a really cool, really important part of the curriculum. Applied practice for a lot of people is going to look like an internship. Is sort of a shorter version of saying that. And so we've got some really spectacular internships over the last couple of years. Students have gone all over Washington State and even out of state to do some really dynamic work. Our university, Puget Sound, continues to be a top producer of Fulbright scholars and Peace Corps volunteers. And so students that get into public health, Peace Corps can always be a really great opportunity to go out and kind of, share what you've learned. Our students are working all over the place. We are in a really great region of the United States to have lots of different places for students to find employment. Again, we're up there in the Northwest, just south of Canada, Vancouver, and just north of Portland. And so you can see some photos there. There's the mountain. People from Washington State will tell you that the mountain is out when you can see it. And if you can't see it, then the mountain is not out. And then, of course, with me today, I should have mentioned, is Dr. Ben Lewin. He's the director of our Masters of Public Health program. And so if he doesn't have an opportunity to talk at this point, he will definitely be involved with our breakout room sessions. So you can find out more information directly from him as well. This is what your full-time sequencing is going to look like. It's 5 semesters. So you would show up in the fall of 2024, and you would leave in the spring of 2026. And so it's about 2 solid years with a summer of practical experience right there in the middle. And the integrative learning experience is another really great thing that we'll be able to share more information with you in our breakout session with Dr. Lewin. You'll be doing research. You will be working on kind of your culminating experience, or sometimes a capstone project is kind of a short version of how you might describe this component of our degree. Financial aid. We do offer financial aid for students, of course. Our tuition remains pretty affordable compared to a lot of programs in the country. And again, our size is a huge benefit where you're going to have these small class sizes with you. So if you have more questions, you can definitely come to our breakout room today. You can email both Dr. Lewin and myself, but probably the easiest thing to do would be to just scan this right here. And so if you scan this QR code, it's a super simple way to get all of the information that you're looking for from Puget Sound, to contact each of us to find more information about our program, our location, and everything else public health related. So do not hesitate to take a picture of that or scan that. And I will now turn it over to Patrick from the University of San Francisco.
Fantastic. Thank you, Curtis, fellow West Coaster. Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick Donahue. I am joining us from the lovely, foggy San Francisco. I am here from the University of San Francisco to talk a little bit more about our Master of Public Health program. So to give a little bit more context and background for our institution, for those who haven't been to San Francisco before, we are located very closely to Golden Gate Park. San Francisco is a sort of a squarish shape, and we're pretty centrally located. So we have access to many points within the city of San Francisco. We are a private Jesuit institution. So our Jesuit background really comes into play in terms of our core values of social justice, working with underserved populations. It really folds itself into the work that our faculty do across our different programs, as well as the many different sites and partners that we work with for our students, and in our particular school, which is the School of Nursing and Health Professions. So our Master of Public Health program is located within the School of Nursing and Health Professions, in addition to our Hilltop campus, which is shown here on the left. So this is our St. Ignatius Church here at the Hilltop. We also have our Orange County campus, and I'll talk a little bit about what that looks like in terms of our programs that are offered there for the public health school as well. And just to give a quick sense, there's a couple different schools within the University of San Francisco, but to reiterate, we are the School of Nursing and Health Professions. We have a brief quote here from one of our MPH graduates, just in terms of their experiences in being within a Jesuit institution and being able to bring those values into the classroom, and then being able to take it out into the work that they do upon graduating from our program as well. So in addition to our fantastic Master of Public Health program within the School of Nursing and Health Professions, we also have on the nursing end our master's and doctoral programs. On the health profession side, we have our clinical psychology as well as our digital health informatics program. And within the Master of Public Health, we have three main concentrations that we offer for students, which is our applied epidemiology and population health methods, which is offered solely at our Orange County campus. We have our behavioral health concentration, which is offered in our Hilltop campus, and our community and public health practice concentration that's also offered at our Hilltop campus. Community health, public health practice is more sort of our general program, and it covers a broad expanse of public health areas and careers for folks that are looking to branch out and get those core skills. Behavioral health really allows folks to dive deep into those core areas in terms of working with populations and changing behaviors. It also prepares students to be certified for the CHEST exam for the community health education specialist for folks who are interested in that pathway. So to give a little bit more context for our program, it is 2 years in length, 6 semesters in total, including the summer terms. We offer a flexible schedule, which is really optimized for those who are working professionals. So our classes are offered mostly in the evenings. We offer a sort of flipped online in-person schedule. So 1 week students will be in person, the next week they'll be online, and then they rotate through that throughout the course of the semester in the duration of the program. Just to optimize their schedules and give them a little bit more flexibility for those who are trying to balance those schedules with their work schedule as well. We do have a fieldwork placement, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. And then we also have lots of fantastic professional development opportunities. We have lots of fantastic immersion opportunities as well that are coordinated by our faculty and really tie in with some of our Jesuit values as well. So we try to coordinate as much as we can to outreach different communities, not just in the California Bay Area, but all over the globe, especially for some of our faculty that have a global health lens as well. And like I mentioned, with that hybrid format, it alternates between online and in-person throughout the course of the program, and that includes the fall, spring, and summer semesters that students are in the program. And really that first year, that first fall, spring, summer, is when students are doing their core courses in the program, and those are consistent across all the concentrations. And then their second year is where they're diving deeper into some of their elective courses, as well as doing their applied practice experience. And so for our applied practice experience, we call this the culminating experiences. So we have our Apex Applied Practice, which is a 250-hour internship. And we have a number of partners that we work with, not just in San Francisco, with the broader California Bay Area, and for folks in Orange County within the Orange County area as well, that they partner with to work with over the course of 2 semesters. So they really get to take all those skills they're learning in the classroom, apply these to these fantastic experiences that also help to build and further develop their resumes as well. And then that last semester is when they're doing their integrated learning experience or their ILEX, where they're reflecting on all their coursework, they're incorporating all the work they've done during their applied practice experience, and they're really able to synthesize that towards the end of their program within the Master of Public Health. And we do have a specific faculty member who coordinates all of our applied practice experiences. So they are really well connected with a lot of these fantastic agencies that we have longstanding history and partnerships with. And if you're curious about what some of those look like, this is just a quick sampling of some of the placement agencies we've worked with in the past. Some are a little bit more broad, like the San Francisco Department of Public Health. We've also worked with institutions that provide services for those in very specific communities that we can provide support with as well. So we have a lot of really great partnerships depending on which areas students want to focus in. And if you're curious, what can this degree help me to do? What sort of careers can I look for in the program? This is just a sampling of some job titles that some of our past students have had once they've graduated from the program, and to give a little bit more sense in terms of the areas that we cover as well. And then we do utilize SOFIS for our application system. So if you're looking to apply, it's all within the system there. We do require 2 letters of recommendation, unofficial transcripts from any institutions that students previously attended, a statement of professional goals similar to a personal statement document like other folks outlined, really kind of showcasing more why public health and why USF. Professional resume, all of those required documents listed here. And we do definitely include a holistic review for all of our applications. Our priority deadline is January 15th. So that's just something to keep in mind in terms of our timeline. We do have a final deadline of May 15th, and we review them on a monthly basis after our priority deadline. So just to kind of keep those dates in place as well. I welcome further questions and discussions within our breakout room space later on if you want to chat more. I'm also happy to provide my contact information if you want to schedule appointments in the future as well to help you with some questions. But I will turn it over now to Nora from the University of Washington.
Hello, fellow West Coast colleagues. I'm going to share my screen. 1 second, please. Okay, wonderful. Hello, good morning, everyone. It's still early on this side. My name is Nora Yusufa. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions and Outreach for the School of Public Health over at the University of Washington. Hello and welcome. I'm really excited to talk to you about our programs today. So here's just an overview of what I have planned. I have a lot that I'm going to try to condense within 7.5 minutes to give you a sense of both our academic overview, and then also just a little bit about Seattle and the Pacific Northwest, which you've heard a little bit about from my colleagues 2 sessions ago. So the University of Washington is located in Seattle, Washington, which is in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. Seattle and Washington State is known as the Evergreen State, and for good reason, because of how luscious and green and vibrant our city is. We're located to have all of the elements and then all of our seasons, which definitely comes to our benefit. We have, Seattle has a little under 734,000 people. So it's like a little small, it's a big city, small town at the same time. We're fortunate to also have a hub of organizations, both in public health and outside of it, that are based here in Seattle, such as Starbucks, Boeing, Microsoft, Nordstrom, Amazon, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, just to name a few. And so, a couple things. So the University of Washington has 3 campuses. We have 836 degree options across 469 programs. We have about 60,000 students and about 4,300 faculty. And so just a little bit more about our numbers. I'm fortunate and excited to say that the School of Public Health and the University of Washington has been recognized both locally and nationally, not only for our work in public health, but the School of Medicine is top tier, in the nation. Our faculty are doing amazing work and are constantly highlighted for their innovative and forward-thinking projects. We have diverse research areas that really attract a lot of folks to our institution, and also our campus has been highly recognized in various ways over time. So we're really, really excited, and this is just a small snapshot of all of the spaces in which we've been recognized. Excuse me. So a little bit more about the School of Public Health. So as I mentioned, there are an incredible amount of organizations based here in Washington State and Seattle as well. We have over 40 centers and CPIs, so centers, programs, and initiatives that we collaborate with. And by we, I also mean our students are able to collaborate with via their practicums. And you see that listed here on your screen. We have over 10,000 alumni that are doing amazing work, both in Seattle, King County, in Washington State, and all over the world. We have just a couple of things. A lot of our students are also coming from Washington State. As you can see, 62% of our students are coming from Washington State. A lot of folks along the West Coast as well. And so just a couple numbers about the School of Public Health. So moving into the academic space, so the School of Public Health has 5 academic departments and then several extremely exciting interdisciplinary programs. So our 5 departments are biostatistics, environmental and occupational health sciences, epidemiology, global health, and health systems and population health. And below that, you see all of the interdisciplinary programs that also kind of interject with our 5 core departments. So breaking that down a little bit further, I'm not going to go through this obviously, but here you see just a listing of the 32 graduate and doctoral programs. So obviously I'm going to have to keep everything at a high level because there are so many different academic programs here at the School of Public Health, but I'm happy to talk about any of these concentrations in our breakout sessions if you have any questions, which I hope you have plenty of. So for the sake of this conversation, I will let you know that for SOFAS, all of our Masters in Public Health programs are in SOFAS. If you are seeking an MS or a PhD program in the School of Public Health, they are not in SOFAS. So for the MS and doctoral programs, you have just one application. It's through Slate. It is $85, and you see the listing all of right here in terms of the requirements. If you're applying for an MPH at the School of Public Health, you are required to complete 2 applications, a Slate application and a SOFAS application, which most of my colleagues have already discussed. Happy to talk about this further at our breakout sessions as well. So just to recap, MS and doctoral programs have 1 application, which is the Slate, our graduate school application, and for MPH and MPH within our school, which there are many, it's 2 applications, the SOFAS and the Slate. Just a quick note for international students. In addition to the application materials, whether you are looking for doctoral or master's programs, you need to keep in mind that there's an English proficiency requirement in which you have to meet in order to qualify for our degree programs. So happy to talk about this more at our breakout session, but if you were to quickly look it up, University of Washington, you just want to type in policy 3.2, and it'll explain to you the different ways in which you can meet the English proficiency requirement. In a nutshell, I'll say that the most common and I would say even a quicker way that most people meet this requirement is through testing. So either the TOEFL, the IELTS, or Duolingo. Happy to talk about this further later. I created a little document for our applicants to consider if they are considering going to graduate school. Just a couple questions to ask yourself about your plans realistically, like why are you pursuing graduate school? What are you hoping to get from it? Because we know that this is an investment. It's an investment financially. It's an investment from us to you, and then for you to us. And so we want to make sure that this is the right path for you, because we want to make sure that everyone who comes here is prepared for the rigorousness of being in a graduate program. And so I've created this little table. We can definitely talk about this further if you have any questions. Last 2 things, in addition to this info session where I am representing the School of Public Health, many of the programs have their own info sessions. So if you would like to hear from the programs directly, I'm happy to share this link with you so that you may find in a little bit, it's a little easier to look at this in terms of where all the info sessions are for our programs. So happy to share this information. So that concludes everything I have. I look forward to talking to you in the breakout session, but my name is Nori Sufa. I'm with the School of Public Health at the University of Washington. Please connect with me at sphadmissions@uw.edu if you'd like to talk more. And with that being said, I will pass it on to Johnston.
Great. Thank you so much to all of our presenters. Anthony, I think we can go ahead and open up the breakout room. So for our attendees, now is a great chance for you to be able to connect and ask your specific questions to our presenters. So in a few seconds when the breakout rooms open up, you'll be able to follow these instructions to access the breakout rooms. So If you're having any difficulty accessing the breakout rooms, if you just want to enter in the chat which room you would like to, which university you would like to be connected with, and we can help guide you there. So thank you to our presenters, and we hope that you all keep the discussion going.